walking like an Egyptian. Welcome to the Time Treadmill. I'm Ron, and these are my sweaty thoughts about Doctor Who. Yesterday was kind of a big day for Sweaty Thoughts. It marked 100 episodes of Doctor Who that I had watched since I started this ridiculous project. It was also the 69th day of this ridiculous project. Hey honey, guess how many days I've been doing this stupid project? Today though marks the 50th video that I have produced for this project, and I'm pretty dang proud of that. Before I get to talking about the episodes I watched today, I wanted to talk a little bit about this project. As I recall, I talked a little bit about it in my terrible first video, but let me catch you up again. A little shy of 3 years ago, I started the Time Treadmill, in which my goal was to watch the entirety of Doctor Who while walking on a treadmill. And over the course of 18 months, I watched every single episode of Doctor Who and all of its related spin-offs that have ever been broadcast, and I watched reconstructions of everything that's missing. So I truly have watched the entirety of Doctor Who while walking on this treadmill. And that 18 months was pretty successful. Over the course of the year, I lost 65 pounds, and I reached the point where I was doing 100 push-ups a day without any real difficulty. I felt amazing. Unfortunately, I kind of lost my focus at some point, and if you look at my website, you can see the chart on what happened with my weight. Now, that's not entirely unexpected. That's simple human behavior. The truth is, most people who lose a significant amount of weight wind up gaining it all back and then some within a year. So the fact that I gained back about 40 pounds is a little disappointing, but not entirely surprising. If nothing else, I'm pleased that I didn't gain all of it back and I've managed to hold the line. And it's been nearly 3 years now, so in that sense, I've bucked the odds. That doesn't make me any less frustrated though. And that brings me to this project. And yes, part of the point of this project is to re-lose some of the weight that I gained back. But honestly, I'm not too terribly concerned about that. The number of my weight is not something that I'm entirely fixated on. It's how I feel overall. But let me just say to anyone out there who may be watching this who struggles with their own weight, I'm with you, man. I feel you and I know what it's like, believe me. And honestly, the best any of us can do is to keep working at it and be the best we can be on any given day. So here I am. But putting health and fitness aside, the real point of this project is for me to gain experience presenting to camera and also to gain video editing experience. And on that point, I'm very happy with the results so far. If you go back and watch the first video in this series, it is terrible. It is terrible. And I knew it was going to be terrible. I knew it was going to be awful, and the next one would be awful, and the next, and the next. And over time, they'd get a little bit better and a little bit better. Now, I certainly have not reached the point I'd like to with this project. I have a long way to go. But 50 episodes in, I feel so much more comfortable presenting to camera and producing these videos every single day, and I'm so much happier with how they look. And so to you, all of my imaginary viewers, thank you so much for sticking with me. I really appreciate your support. Now, onto the episode at hand today. Today I watched episodes 9 and 10 of the Daleks' Master Plan. These two episodes fit together perfectly as a pair. They're both set in ancient Egypt during the construction of the pyramids. And both of them, along with featuring the Daleks and Mavic Chen as the primary villains, also include the meddling monk as the secondary villain. As you may have gathered from my previous videos, I love the meddling monk, and I really want to see his return. These two episodes are the last story he appeared in Legacy Doctor Who, and he is absolutely ripe for the picking in future episodes. Again, Chris Chibnall, I know you're watching these. Bring back the monk. Beyond that, the two stories together largely hinge around the Doctor repairing damage done to his TARDIS by the monk in the previous episode, and then escaping at the very end with Stephen and Sarah Kingdom. Unfortunately, in order to escape, the Doctor had to hand over the Terranium to the Daleks, which means now, as we go into the endgame, the Daleks have everything they need to unleash the Time Destructor on an unsuspecting universe. Tomorrow we hit the climax of the story, and it's a wowzer. I'm really looking forward to it. One last thing before I call it a wraps. Today, as I film this, is Elizabeth Sladen's birthday. You may know her as Sarah Jane Smith, the greatest companion in the history of Doctor Who. Sadly, she passed away from cancer several years ago, and she is terribly, terribly missed. But I couldn't let this day go by without wishing her a happy birthday and thanking her for everything she brought to Doctor Who. She is truly one of the brightest stars in the Doctor Who universe. So that's it for today. Check out tomorrow when I finally wrap up the Daleks' Master Plan. I'll see you then.